currently at their fourth starting quarterback this season. Yet they are 9-5, 7-1 at home. They've just beaten the Buffalo Bears 20-17 off a miraculous last play, or last play of the game, in which Chicago had a chance to score on a Hail Mary, but they dropped the pass just by a fraction of a hair. But listen, this is a masterclass performance in coaching by Kevin Stefanski, my apologies. Listen, we talked about ad nauseum about the defense in Cleveland, and they're led by obviously Jeremiah Owusu and Dalvin Tomlinson and Martin Emerson and Myles Garrett and Alex Wright and Anthony Bell and Ronnie Hickman and Greg Newsome and Alex Wright. There are a bevy of talent here in Cleveland, and obviously you can make the argument that Myles Garrett is the defensive player of the year front runner. And listen, Cleveland has one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they're doing all this, like I said, with being down to their fourth quarterback in Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco yesterday went 28 for 44, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Mind you, they're doing this without their leading rusher as well, and Nick Chubb. So now they're doing a running back by committee in Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt and Pierre Strong. Listen, we know that Cleveland's running attack has been pedestrian at best since losing Nick Chubb, but the passing attack has been phenomenal, especially since Joe Flacco stepped in. Listen, Amari Cooper had 4 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown. David Njoku had an amazing performance on Cleveland's last drive to put him up 3. Listen, he had 10 receptions, 104 yards, and a touchdown. Marquise Goodwin had one reception for 57 yards. Cedric Tillman had 4 receptions for 52 yards. Elijah Moore had 2 receptions for 17 yards. And Kareem Hunt also added a reception for 12 yards as well. So, listen, obviously, Cleveland's passing attack has improved tremendously over the course of the season. It seems like they're starting to get into a rhythm, though the running attack has been suspect and like a pedestrian at best since losing Nick Chubb. And you can tell now that the offensive line in Cleveland does a much better job of pass protection than it does in setting up the run. But once again, Kevin Stefanski is just playing to the strengths of his team. And if I would have told you that Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb will both be out for Cleveland for the entire season, and Cleveland will be down to their 4th string quarterback, and they would be giving up 200 yards per game in the air, you would think that Cleveland wouldn't be making the playoffs. You would think they're probably one of the worst teams in the AFC East. AFC North. However, that is not the case. Listen, Cleveland's 9-5. They're in prime position. They're going to be making the playoffs. 7-1 at home, like I said, and you can very well make the case that they can make some noise in the playoffs. I'm not saying that they can make it to the conference championship game, but they can definitely make things exciting. And this is all thanks to the coaching, like I said, Kevin Stefanski, who many people have written off a couple years ago, but he's, like I said, putting on a masterclass in coaching. He's showing the league why he could be regarded as one of the best coaches in the NFL. And if I had to vote, I would vote Kevin Stefanski as my coach of the year for this season based on what I've seen so far. And Cleveland is just continuing to improve. When games like this, especially this game against Chicago, in which they won by such a close game, games like this build confidence for a team. And the same thing that we talked about on the college football show with Alabama, as teams that were written off just continue to find ways to win, even though they might be lacking in talent. They just find ways to win, and as you start to move on like that, you start to build camaraderie, and you feel like you are a team of destiny, and you start to almost expect to win, and you find ways to pull out wins and to win nail biters that you weren't supposed to win. And same way that Alabama falls into that mold, that's the same mold that Cleveland falls into. They're winning by committee. That's a concept in basketball. And you're winning by committee, and it's not just one player. It's a team effort. You're doing everything by committee. And obviously having perhaps the best defensive player in the league in Myles Garrett helps with that as well. But I do believe Kevin Stefanski is the coach of the year right now, based on what I've seen so far. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the chat room, though. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear all about it. But with that being said, guys, that's it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay update to all our latest content that we post daily. And be sure to follow us on Patreon as well. You can do so by going to patreon.com, clicking on the search bar, and typing in "Sorry to Bother You" show. That way you can get exclusive content to all of our exclusive content that we post daily. And if you'd like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. And we'll leave links to our website, to our merchandise, and to all of our socials in the description. That way you can go back and check it out whenever you like. But guys, we'll be back again same time tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and